Hey, what's going on, movie lovers all over the world? You already know who it is. Your favorite internet sweaty, your boy Mikey Savage 21, bringing you another movie review. And today we're going to be looking at the 2017 film known as The Foreigner. And this is not to be confused with the Steven Seagal movie from 2003. But this action thriller film is directed by Martin Campbell and written by David Marconi. And it stars Jackie Chan, Pierce Brosnan, McElhatton, Leung, Charlie Murphy, not to be confused with the comedian Charlie Murphy. We're talking about the Charlie Murphy actress from the show Peaky Blinders, which I guys recommend you check out. Orla, Brady, and Katie Leung. And this basically follows a businessman who seeks revenge for the death of his daughter at the hands of an IRA syndicate group. So I just got through checking out this film. I wanted to see if Jackie Chan still got it, especially since he says that we're getting a Rush Hour 4. So if we are getting a Rush Hour 4, it's going to be interesting because yes, Jackie Chan does have it. And I can honestly say this movie is cliche when it turns of action. However, it does have a few moments where it does something new as well. And what this is, you have ultimately two ongoing stories that are basically going simultaneously. You follow Jackie Chan's character of the Foreigner, but then you also follow Pierce Brosnan's character as Leung as well. So you're following Quan. Again, that's Jackie Chan's character. He's a Vietnam Special Forces operator, and he basically is seeking revenge for his daughter, and he's killed at the bombing. And like I tweeted out on all my social media sites, which if you're not following me on social media, go follow me at officialms21. I love a good dad revenge story where a dad is going to avenge his kids, whether it's something like with Taken or something like with Mel Gibson. Give me back my son! I love films like that, and this film is no different. I definitely plan to pick this up on Blu-ray when it ultimately comes out. Jackie Chan here, I liked him. I haven't really seen him in anything in a while. Like, seriously, I haven't seen him in anything in a while, and so to see him in something like this is really amazing, and I'm hoping this does pretty well in the box office. Again, Pierce Brosnan here as Liam Hennessy. This is the other person that we ultimately follow. He's ultimately a former IRA member, and he's turned into a British government official, essentially. And so he's basically looking as well with Jackie Chan. He's looking ultimately, but they have different ways about doing it, about basically finding what happened with this bombing, because ultimately a bomb goes off in the store and it causes a ruckus, not only with the British government officials but also over in London as well. And so the whole film, we're trying to figure out this terrorist group. We're trying to figure out their motives. We're trying to figure out why they're doing this. Are they completely tied to the IRA? Because when they announce themselves, they say that they are IRA, but they add a little bit of a twist to it, though. They say they're the authentic IRA. And when you figure out who's orchestrating this whole thing, it's kind of, again, cliche, but then at the same time, it's kind of cool. Michael McElhatton. Sorry, I'm butchering these guys' names. These are very hard names to say. So I just say Michael Mack. Michael Mack is Jim Cavanaugh, Liam's right-hand man. He was pretty cool. We didn't spend too much time with him. I mean, he had a few things to say here and there. Same thing with Leung as Kaylon. Again, she's ultimately playing Jackie Chan's daughter. We don't get to see her for that long, and the whole slew of other characters that we're not going to get into. Again, the main focus is basically Jackie Chan and Pierce Brosnan in this film. I mean, everybody else does their collective parts to this film, but it was ultimately about Jackie Chan. Alright, so I've talked about the characters. What about the story? Well, like I said, the story itself, it's kind of cliche. Again, the performances of Chan and Brosnan help bring out the story a little bit more. But if you're someone who's basically seen a lot of action films like with your Die Hards or with your Taken, then you kind of know where this is all going. You know the government is up to no good. You know there's someone's a mole. You know they're corrupt. So you already don't trust anybody. But what I felt like Martin Campbell was able to do with the material, again, and this is based on the book The Chinaman, which is written by Stephen Leather. But again, story-wise, it was teetering a little bit here and there. Again, you're following Jackie Chan and you want him to find out what's going on. But then after a while, you just get kind of tired, like, okay, Jack, you have what you need. Can we be done with this? Same thing with Pierce Brosnan. You kind of just don't know which side he's on. You don't know if he's really for his people or if he's ultimately looking out for himself. I also personally think he's just looking out for himself, but I think he kind of grows a conscience towards the end of the film, which makes it very interesting to what happens to his character at the very end. But other than that, the story was okay. Action-wise, solid action. I think that Jackie Chan still has it. He's not, again, moving as quick as he used to, obviously. He's still doing his little silly things where he'll use objects against you and whatnot. That's what he's ultimately known for, and I call it joke kung fu, where it's real kung fu, but he does it in a jokey manner, where he'll take a chair and sit down in it and hop back out of the chair and take the chair and hit you over the head with it. We have a few scenes of that in here, but not too much of that, because ultimately then it becomes like, again, a comedy type film. And this is a straight up serious action film. This is an action thriller film. And so again, story wise, pretty good. Action, pretty good. Performances, pretty solid. Not getting to some of the negatives. And this is going to get into spoiler territory a little bit for the film. So spoiler alert for The Foreigner. Again, this movie was very stereotypical. So you have a couple where the man apparently is cheating on his wife with the mistress, but then the wife is also aware of this and then is also cheating. But spoiler alert, they put a southern twist to it. She's apparently cheating on her husband with her nephew. Yeah. That's not weird at all, but hey, as they say in the South, it's all in the family. We don't really say that. We don't really say that here in the South. But no, so you have that whole thing going on, and of course it's like, oh, okay, I know where this is going. Ultimately, they're going to get caught, or the mistress is going to be used against him as leverage. Sure enough, Jackie Chan catches him in a restaurant, takes a picture, and is like, yeah, your mistress ended up being blah, 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 blah. You're going to do this. I'm going to blackmail you. So again, it did fall into that trope of being very stereotypical. All right. So I feel like I've listed enough negatives. Again, I just want to give you the bare minimum. Alright, my overall final thoughts on the film. Thought it was a solid film. Really did enjoy the action. Really did enjoy the little bit of story that we got. Again, the two corresponding stories. We have Jackie Chan going on his quest and Pierce Brosnan going on his quest. And they ultimately end up meeting in the middle because what they ultimately want is somewhat of the same thing, except Jackie Chan's character wants justice for his daughter. Liam Hennessy basically wants justice for his people, but at the same time, it's revealed that he ultimately is the one who caused all of this, unfortunately. So, in terms of a score, I'm ultimately going to give this movie a 7 out of 10. I'm going to slightly put it just a little bit higher than American Assassin, because even though American Assassin was good, it still fell into the same trope that this movie did. But it was really good to see, again, Jackie Chan in here. You believe this character. There are some really dramatic moments with this character that Martin Campbell was able to capture, especially with Jackie Chan right after he loses his daughter. You see him go into her room and look at all of her stuff and ultimately just slump to the floor and just crying, holding up her teddy bear and looking at all of her pictures. You just ultimately feel the weight of him losing his daughter. Same thing with Pierce Brosnan. You can tell that he's a man that has a good heart beneath all the black crud that is in there. And you feel for his character when things start happening to him later on. But you're ultimately rooting for Jackie Chan to win in the end. In terms of how many cups I'm going to give this, I'm ultimately going to give this 4 cups. Hashtag how many cups. Again, tweet at movie_Java for all your movie review-related needs. If you're a film fan like me and you like having your opinion validated and shared with people from all around the world, then at movie_Java is where you need to go. Make sure you tweet at them. Again, movie_Java is where you can reach them. Thank you as always for checking out this review. This went a little longer than I expected. I expected this to be a little bit quicker, especially since my Blade Runner review is kind of a little bit longer. But hey, it's Jackie Chan, so we deserve to talk about Jackie Chan for 15 plus minutes, however long this review ends up being. But thank you as always. If you enjoyed the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you also tap the little bell so you'll be notified every time a video drops. Got multiple videos coming out throughout the week. Thank you as always. And hey guys, before I forget, let me do my quick shameless plug. If you're not following me on Patreon, follow me on Patreon at MS21. Hey, if you call this channel home and you want to help make these videos even more awesome than they already are, then subscribe to me on Patreon. It would be much appreciated. But if you feel like that's way above your pay raise, to donate $1 to $2 to $3, hey, that's completely fine. Enjoy the content. I'm just so glad you're here with me and watching my review. Thank you as always. Remember, as I always say, to become a savage, stay a savage, and peace out, y'all. Later.